for wars in the name of the free, vaccinations for illness that will never be, the assault on your children's impressionable minds, and a microchipped world, you'll put up no fight. Information suppression will keep you in tone. Depopulation of peasants was always our goal. But eugenics was not what we hoped it would be. Oh yes, it was us that funded Nazis. But as long as we own all the media too, what's really happening does not concern you. So just go on watching your plasma TV, and the world will be run by the ones you can't see.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Makakorash. Double honors to the apostle of the great millstone, and Sausage Brothers doing this thing in sincerity, and truth, and with charity. Now that clip you seen, you know, was a clip that Elder Malcolm sent me on TikTok, you know. And he said a lot, man. Now, the caption right there says, interview with the banker. You know, this is actually a poem, you know, written by this right here, Relentless Film Collective. All right, 11 years ago. And it was performed by Mike Deviat. All right, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's very spiritual. All right, hey, this is Acts 17. Hey, the poem, a lot of poems go heavy, man. The Spirit of the Lord is in all things. This is Acts 17. Am I in the right chapter? Yeah, Acts 17. And 28. For in him we live and move and have our being, as certain also of your own poets have said, for we are also his offspring. So them poems, you know, they go hard. When the Lord put that inspiration on you, hey, it is what it is. Whether it's a heathen or not, the Spirit of the Lord is in all things. All right, and that word poem, or this one here says poet. It says a maker, a producer, author, a doer, performer, one who obeys or fulfills the law, a poet. All right, so I believe, yeah, here we go, to make, because the word poem means to make. All right, and we all know nothing is made without the Spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. Hey, this is Colossians 1, because they like to say that, because he mentioned what? He mentioned the microchip, the digital currency that's being pushed, and the mark of the beast, which is the microchip that's being pushed. All right, it's being brought to the mainstream, to the forefront. For the Israelites, other Israelite groups were discredited because Edomites were mentioning it. Well, how y'all got the prophecy right on that, but Edomites mentioned it too? Hey, look, man. The Spirit of the Lord is in all things, man, and all people. Did not the one of the greatest prophecies that we had was not that a dream given to a heathen king about the four kingdoms that will rule? All right, Babylon down to Media, Persia, down to Greece, down to Rome, then even Rome 2.0, which is America. That was a dream given to a heathen. And the prophet Daniel understood it and interpreted it. Okay? Colossians 1:16, for by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions. So the Lord set up kingdoms and rulerships, or principalities or powers, all things created by him and for him. And that would include even your own thoughts, man. And he is before all things, and by him all things consist. The Lord set up the right side and the left side. All right? The Lord controls the minds of the people. The inspiration, hey, this is Job 32:8. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. All right? And that's plain. This is Job 33:15. A lot of creators, writers, musicians, authors, their accounts of, some of them. I believe even who was that dude to make them scary movies? I believe it was Stephen King. Is that the dude? He talked about how he get his visuals for these monsters in his dreams. These people, they wake up, they write these things down. All right? Now, through the spirit, of course, some things happen, just you awakening, the spirit can hit you. That creative spirit can hit you. But a lot of that is put in you when you sleep even, man. It's Job 33:15. In a dream, in the vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumbers upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction. All right? So, yes, this is a creative piece, but it also touches on things that happened in history, how he mentioned they funded Hitler, which is accurate. Even when you watch that Rothschild movie, I believe it came out in like the 1920s. It's the Shield of Rothschild, I believe it's called, the House of Rothschild. I don't know how to spell Rothschild. That's a hard one. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yep, I was overthinking it. Now, I used to be on YouTube. Okay, it came in 1934. And they show you how they funded both sides of the war with Napoleon and France. And even manipulated the media, the news. When they knew which side was winning, they posted in the news that the other side has got the upper hand to manipulate the stock market, so they say. But it was just to gather the goods, man. All right? That point blank period, that's how they get down. They put out their narrative in the media. All right, gather your resources. And this is their portion. All right? So this being a creative piece doesn't take away from the message. It's very spiritual, man. All right? Was Solomon 12:1, for thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. All right? And then I want to get this example right here. This is Numbers 24. Let's look up this word for parable. It's the Hebrew word mashal, and it says a proverb, parable, proverbial saying, aphorism, byword, a similitude, parable, poem. Synthesis of ethical wisdom, ethical maxims. All right? So one of the definitions is poem. Numbers 24:3. And he took up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, have said, and the man whose eyes are open have said, because he's having a vision now. He's in like a deep sleep, but his eyes are wide open. He have said, which heard the words of the Most High, this is the heathen, which saw the vision of the Almighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. That blank stare, How goodly are thy tents, O Jacob, and thy tabernacles, O Israel. This is a heathen poem, right? And this is in the book of the law. We use this information because it's prophecy. As the valleys are they spread forth, as gardens by the riverside, as the trees of lion aloes which the Lord hath planted, and as cedar trees besides the water. He shall pour the water out of his buckets, and his sea shall be in many waters, and his king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. Hey, Israel is going to be above all other mountains, man, all other nations. All right? The Most High brought him forth out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of an unicorn. He shall eat up the nations, his enemies, and shall break their bones and pierce them through with his arrows. He couched, he lay down as a lion, and as a great lion who shall stir him up. Blessed is he that blesseth thee, and curses he that curseth thee. And Balak's anger was so this is one of the times he fell into a trance, right? And let's get I think the other one is in the same chapter. I'm gonna skip down to it. Verse 15, he took up his parable, again, another one, again, and said, Balaam the son of Beor hath said, and the man whose eyes are open hath said, he hath said, which heard the words of the Most High, and with the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty falling into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, and the scepter shall rise out of Israel. All right, so he's prophesying of our Lord Yahweh Shai even. And he made it clear he's going to see him, because all eyes shall see him, but he said not nigh. He won't be near him. He will not be part of the congregation. He is a heathen. But he's still prophesying through the Spirit. And the scepter shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. We're going to get their lands. All right. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. That's Obadiah, the last verse, man. The last, 4 verses. We're going to get the land of Edom, man. And we're going to possess the Edomites. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. Come on, man. That's that Daniel prophecy. Warlike unto the Son of Man that received dominion. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Isaiah 14:21. Again, Obadiah, all the house of Edom, man. And he looked on the Kenites, took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Kenites shall be wasted until Ashur shall carry thee away captive. And he took up his parable and said, alas, who shall live when the Most High doeth this? And ships shall come from the coast of Shittim, and shall afflict Ashur, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish forever. All right? So, hey, the Lord is far out, man. He works in many different ways. So I want to pour this up and read some of this, man. Just through the Spirit. Because what the little clip we put up was already heavy, man. All right? Because that's what has been happening. And now, fast forward, 11 years later, all right, we see these things that was put down are accurate. Okay? And especially the last part, everybody getting chipped, man. They scoffed us for it, and now they're talking about the chip. So the title of it is The Banker. Instead of just playing it, I'm going to read through some of it. Hello, my name is Montague William III, and what I would tell you may sound absurd, but the less who believe it, the better for me. For you see, I'm in banking and big industry. For many a year, we have controlled your lives, while you all just struggle and suffer and strife. We created the things that you don't really need, your sports cars and fashions, and plasma TVs. All right, that's what they did it in Rome, bread and circus. Anything to get your focus away from what's important, which is really this truth. All right, keep you from focusing on what this devil is doing, man. Is this the one? This is Psalm 64. And 2, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. They work in the dark, man. They do things behind the scene. Who wet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do shoot at him and fear not. And the main thing is they want to take Israel out, man. They don't want us to serve our power. They want us to keep us away from the Most High. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? So they set these traps. They put these distractions up. Okay? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Esau was a mad scientist. He's a murderer, a serial killer, very methodical. All right, they put a lot of research into these things, man. They know how the human psyche works. All right, they know how to get the people going, and they know these things, man. So it's a little more here I want to read. I remember clearly how all this begun. Family secrets from father to son. Again, watch that movie House of Rothschild. Okay. It was told how it showed how the father passed down the business secrets to the sons, man. He split the banks. He split them up between the sons, so they can rule in these different parts of Europe. They can essentially get control, man. We control the money that controls your lives. Whilst you worship false idols and wouldn't think twice of selling your souls for a place in the sun, these things that won't matter when your time is done. So this is what they get you to focus on, man. Money. All right. Esau put a covetous spirit out there. I might as well grab it. This is was it 2 Timothy? First Timothy 6 and 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some... Now, look, if the devil understands that, what is he going to do? He's going to place a system where your mind is set on you have to go get the bag. You got to get that car. You got to get this. You got to get that. Which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through many sorrows. So you don't focus on what's really happening. Now your mind is set on the money, man. All right, and you're ready to do whatever. You're ready. You're going to err. You're going to pierce yourself. And that's what's next. That piercing, that chip. But as long as they're there to control the masses, I just sit back and consider my assets. Safe in the knowledge that I have it all, while you common people are losing your jobs. And this is before the great unemployment is at an all-time high right now, man. And that's prophecy, man. That's prophecy. Hey, this is Isaiah 19. So this is what Esau was about. Let me get the James 5 on deck. He's a covetous man. He wants it all, man. Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen since they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? All right. So Esau, Edom, he's going to get a fitting destruction. That's why he's got to be utterly destroyed. He's got to be completely robbed. Because he is a complete robber. He's taking it all, man. All right. To the point where it won't be nothing even left for you. Not even jobs, man. All right. They don't consider, they don't give a shit about the poor. This is Psalm 73 and 1, a psalm of Asaph. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish, and I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compassed them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. So Esau Edom doesn't care about oppression. They speak wickedly concerning it, man. They'll take your last damn crumb. They're so damn proud. See a bum on the streets, pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Get a job, bum. Meanwhile, they setting up a system where they taking away jobs. Because they're about that. They're about violence. They filled with riches and they want more riches. They got the resources, gave us paper money, and they want the paper money back too. They want it fucking all, man. This is James 5 and 1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. And we're seeing that. We're seeing that their money crash. And that means what? Fire is coming next, man. All right. Here's the point. You have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right, the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. He hears our cries, man. He hears the oppression that we suffer. This system, and this is one of the worst things. This conversation I had with my grandmother. She told me when I was very young. And it fucks you up, man, when you really think about the system and in fact you're here. She told me flat out, she said, you got 2 strikes against you. In this world, and in this society, you got 2 strikes against you. The first one is you black. And then the second one is you're a black man. Of course, so-called black. Which ultimately means that everything about this place is against me. Everything about this place is against us. This is a very oppressive ass system. Or another saying, first fired, last hired. And then we underpaid. All right, they hold back our like it says, they hire the laborers. Meanwhile, they get rich. Then they flaunt and have the sellers of our people push this covetous spirit out there, so your mind is set to what? To do whatever to get the bag, man. Jobs are missing, but yet get the bag. So then niggas do what? Become criminal. Do all type of wickedness, man. Esau Edom has done this by design. You know what did it say? But as long as they're to control the masses, they're there to control the masses. I just sit back and consider my assets, safe in the knowledge that I have it all, while you common people are losing your jobs. All right. held back to hire to gather riches for themselves, man. Oh, let me grab the prophecy on the joblessness too, because that's a big deal right now, man. Even these Edomites are fucking losing it, man. The whole world is going down the shitter, man. You Americans are through, man. This is Isaiah 19 and 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. All right? And this is talking about spiritual Egypt. Revelation 11 and 7. 7 or 8. Let me just double check. Yeah, Revelation 11 and 8. 7 didn't sound right. Revelation 11 and 8, man. This is spiritual Egypt. Okay? All right, you see, I just hold you in utter contempt, but the smile on my face, well, it makes me exempt. For I have the weapon of global TV, which gives us connection and invites empathy. You would really believe that we look out for you while we bankers and brokers are only a few. All right? Poverty shouldn't exist with the current financial system. One banker can end poverty for all. And capitalism would still boom. Because we would still need to go and purchase things. It'll all flow still. All right? It'll all still flow together. But Esau wants to have the complete control, man. Let me get this real quick. This 2 Thessalonians 2, it talked about his influence. So, hey, this 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So who was ruling back then? Edom. Same people ruling now. This mystery has been working for a while now. And then that wicked, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Again, Edom, Malachi 1 and 4, he is the wicked, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. His media is one of those, media and medium goes hand in hand. What is a medium? That's one that deals with familiar spirits, basically. A warlock, a witch. All right? So Esau gets you to follow his ways by his media, man. His entertainment. What he pushes in the TV. Hey, when you read about Napoleon, it was the newspaper. But now it's TV. He makes you to follow his image, his way of life. Go after his propaganda. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So you got deceived. And for this cause, the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. You followed the ways of the devil, man. He tricked you. He deceived you. That's his job. It worked. Okay? You would really believe that we look out for you while we bankers and brokers are only a few. But if you saw that, right, say you want a house, you even, just to go get a loan, right? The less you actually have, the less you are able to afford, the more they charge you, the more interest they put on you. They oppress you more. Okay? They oppress you more. But you saw that then you take back the power, hence daily terrors, to make you all coward. So they make somebody else the bad guy. All right? He puts himself as, Satan has made himself as an angel of light. Make somebody else the bad guy, new face of terror, a new threat. So you don't see what's really happening. This devil is taking control, man. Has taken control. And now wants to control you, because what's left is the chip. The panics, the crashes, the wars, and the illness that keep you from finding your spiritual wholeness. We rig the game and we buy out both sides to keep you enslaved in your pitiful lives. Man. Was not Saddam Hussein an ally of America? Do they not have pictures of Al-Qaeda taking, photos with different men from the military, different federal agents? They had the damn military tattoo show. I forget which politician it was. He said it flat out. How America and Al-Qaeda work together, man. All right? This is Esau's job, man. To keep you from your spiritual, what did it say? Your spiritual wholeness. We read the 2 Thessalonians. That's what he about. It's Daniel 7:25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of time. So this devil has changed everything to be contrary to what's right. Everything about this place is upside down. He made light for darkness and darkness for light. All right. Oh yeah, let me get this Sirach 14. He said, you really think we for you? But we are the few. People talk about it all the time, the 1%ers, the 1%ers, the 1%ers. Yet you still follow after the system that they set up. When are you going to realize to unplug yourself? And I'm talking to you Israelites, man. You so-called Negroes, Latin, Native Americans. Hey, these other poor Edomites, they lost. Hey, Esau so fucked up. They screwed them out of their damn portion, man. That ain't got nothing to do with us. But you Israelites, man, when the fuck, you Negroes, Latin, Native Americans, are you going to unplug from this place? You complain about this devil all the time, yet you still follow his fucking ways, man. This is Sirach 14:4. He that gathered by defrauding his own soul, gather for others, that shall spend his goods wisely. See, end of the day, we understand we may be at the bottom now, but the Lord is going to change that. We're going to spend up Esau goods. All this that he's gathering, man. We're going to possess the world through the power and under the rulership of Yahweh B'Hasham Yahweh Shai. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He should not take pleasure in his goods. This devil destroying his own damnation, man. So the few can have more than they even fucking need. More, like it's more than you can need in 1,000 lifetimes, man. There is none worse than he that envieth himself, one who's not satisfied with his portion. He want more. And this is a recompense of his wickedness. That's the serpent. He was cursed to go upon his belly, to never be satisfied. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. And this devil is doing just that, man. He is preparing all to take that chip. He's building a man-made food shortage. Before they start talking about a food shortage, just 2 years ago, they had farmers destroying milk, getting rid of cattle. They were giving them incentives to do this, man. Now it's the chicken. Now it's the birds. Come on, man. Man. This devil is not for us, man. You believe he's looking out for you, but nah, man. Come on. Um, in a microchipped world, you will put up no fight. You know, I ain't gonna read the rest of it because basically the video said all that. I wanted to get into this Wisdom of Solomon too, because that's essentially everything that poem goes into. So I'm going to get it. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:6. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds. And this is the mind of the wicked. You know, if you start at the top, this is the mind of the wicked. Let us crown ourselves with the rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our lot is this. So they fully aware that they the wicked and this is the shit they own. They want control. They want it all, man. They don't want to miss not no part of the wine, the costly wines and ointments. They want all of that, man. And it says, let us speedily use the creatures like us in the youth. They running through the earth's resources, gathering it up, storing it up. Got oil reserves and shit, man. Meanwhile, the earth is hurting. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. Let our strength be the law of justice. So they parade around as if they're, you know, the police of the world, but meanwhile they're really just fucking the world up, putting them in subjection, getting them a central banking system at the cost of their resources, pushing their image to the world. You got to follow the way we say life should go, which is all to separate you from what's true and right. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth, man. This is all things that was written in that article. For that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. It's about them, the few. Therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. And he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law, and ejected to our infamy the transgressings of our education. So Esau know these things that he's pushed in our lives, and they're mad that we expose those lies. All right? He professes to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Lord. He was made to approve our thoughts. He hate that we got this truth and we bringing it out, man. He is grievous unto us even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Because the rest of the world follow blindly at what Esau says. They follow blindly at this system that's been established. They eat it up. They drink this cup. And they're mad that we're against it. They're mad that, hey, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. They mad we expose them for being false, man. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his Father. And this is what's coming next. All right, verse 17. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. For if the just man be the son of God, he will help him and deliver him from the hands of his enemies. Let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with the shameful death, for by his own sin he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine, and were deceived, for their own wickedness hath blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. So Edom is ready to come down and make his move, man. All right, he's finna come down with that great wrath. All right? He see us waking up, something he didn't expect, us being set in order before his eyes. So he's like, hey, fuck it. Let's see it. Let's see if this is true. Then let's go after they ass. They finna put their planet in hyperspeed. But the Lord got us. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. So Esau know his time is ending, man. So he's finna get real violent, real bloody, and he's finna come with that mark, man. Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Hey, so whoever ain't with the system, he's ready to take you out, man. Look what he do to the rest of the world when they don't get down with what they plan is. They bomb them to submission. Shit. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that word mark is charagma. It's a physical insertion, man. And that no man might buy or sell digital currency, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 606. So this actually answers the puzzle to the number of his name, because it tells you that number, and within this number, all right, let's get it. There's a word right here, which is stigma, because the word for 666, okay, here we go, is
Strong's G 5516. Chi, Xi, stigma.
Chi, Psi,
Chi, Xi, stigma.
You go to stigma, a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or the stamp of their master, or commander branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. So Esau said, what, man? You got to worship him. All right? And this is the ultimate sign of worshiping him, taking this chip. All right? With that, all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles of the Great Millstone. And the Southeast brothers doing this thing in sincerity and truth and with charity. Shalom, by Baba Ball.